Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Okay, today's message is about men. What's up with men? Okay, all right. Before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all of the new viewers. Welcome to all of the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you all. Now, those of you who are new to this channel, I will answer your relationship questions. So at the end of the video, I'll show you a link where you can send in your questions, and I will either answer them privately through the email, or I will share them and answer them online, and it will be your decision. Okay? All right. Now, those of you who are interested in these caps, they are now available in my online store. So just go to the description all the way to the bottom, and you'll see a link that says online store. Just click on the link, and there you are. Okay, let's dive into this message today. What's up with men? Okay, now the message today was inspired by a couple of letters that came in. Okay, so let's just start off with our first letter, and we'll talk more about this message. Okay? All right, here we go. Okay, our first letter is asking about fathers. Okay? Can you talk about the importance of fathers in the lives of their children? Too many people, especially in the Black community, think that fathers are optional, and they are wrong. In France, for instance, more than half of the male prisoners do not have fathers in their homes while they were growing up. We all know that in North America, there is an overpopulation of Black males in jail. Prior to that, many Black boys join gangs because they are seeking male guidance in the wrong place. Girls also need their fathers. If they grew up with a nurturing one, they would be less prone to end up with a toxic man later in life, because they will know how a caring man is supposed to act. In addition, the mother cannot do everything by herself because she needs her partner. Some end up in mental institutions because the pressure is unbearable. Oh, okay. All right. Let me get a handle on really what you're asking here. Okay, you kind of go over the place, but you want to know about Black fathers being in their children's lives, number one. Okay, yeah, that's very important. But what are you going to do when it's not happening? We all know how it should be, but we're all dealing with what it is. You understand? So I don't know about France. I can only talk about what's going on here. You see, Black men in America have gone through a lot of pressure and are still going through a lot of pressures from society. Not even talking about a family. Society itself puts a lot of pressure on the Black man. Okay, number one, he's looked at like a threat. So even law enforcement is always harassing him for no reason because of the color of his skin, you see. And on the job and everywhere he goes, he carries that Black face. So there are some, that is a big downside to that. in the way that the world works today. Okay, but we're talking about black fathers being there for their children. Look at it. Let's look at it realistically, ladies. It's a lot of black men raised in homes with just the mother. The father wasn't there. So how do you expect them to be there for their children when they didn't have a father there for them? They didn't have the role model. Okay? So, ladies, we have to take this slow. We can't just blame black men because they don't do this and they don't do that and whatever. They don't have the model. Okay? Now, there are black men who were fortunate enough to have good models. Okay? So there are some good black men out there, but maybe not as many, and that's why a lot of black women who prefer black men don't have men. Okay? We'll talk that way. But there are reasons why the black man is the way that he is. But he can change. He can change. It's really up to him to change his ways and be different. But see, there are so many pressures going on today in today's world, because one of the pressures is for him to be a narcissist. That's a real pressure, because in today's world, the narcissist is the winner. He's viewed as the winner. And men, they want to be on top. They want to be winners. So the pressure is for him to be the narcissist. Okay? But that's not good for us, because the narcissist is only out for himself, for his own benefit. Okay? Which means that, the children are not going to be his priority, and neither is his wife. It's all about him if he takes on these narcissistic characteristics. Okay? Yeah. And then you go on and say that black boys join gangs. Not all of them. Not all of them. It's a lot of young black boys that go to college. You understand? And then, for some reason, they get picked up in the law enforcement system. And now they got a record. I'm going to say something about that. Because it seems to me as if it is an objective of law enforcement to make sure that every black man has a record. Okay? This is my personal opinion. And you can put in the comments what you think about it. But look at it. It's hard to meet a black man that has not come in contact with the law at some time in his life. And these are not black men who get in trouble or anything. These are black men from the suburbs. These are black men from the ritzy areas. These are black men from anywhere. It seems hard-pressed to find a black man that doesn't have some kind of record or something with the law. It almost seems like it's their objective to make sure that happens. You see, it's a lot of ills in this society against the black man. Okay? And girls need their fathers too. True. The black man is needed. He's needed all the way across the board. You understand? And one day, I'm sure it all turn around and they will become men again, men that they're supposed to be again. But it's going to take time, because all of the influences that are out here today is pulling them away from being who they really are, men. Many of them are becoming more feminine. And with the LGBT movement in full force, the way that it is, we're losing a lot of them there. So women, you know, give the black man a break. Okay, give the black man a break. There are other men out there. He is not the only man out there. Okay, but he does need time to heal. Okay, I will say that. Now let me see if it's something else that you said in here. If we grew up with a nurturing one, I guess a father, they will be less prone to end up with a toxic man later in life. Yeah. Well, you're talking about young girls. If they grow up with a wonderful father, then they have a pattern when it comes to choosing a mate for themselves. Unfortunately, a lot of black women don't have that because their fathers weren't there. For one reason or another, the fathers weren't there. Okay, so they didn't have a pattern of who to choose. So, but that's no fault of the black woman. She is doing the best she can. Okay, and I'm here to help you to make better decisions while we are going through these changes. Okay, all right. No, I'm not gonna, I don't curse the black man because of his situation, because I understand his situation. But women, what I tell you is to protect yourself. It is what it is now. It is what it is. Ain't no sense in going back and saying what it ought to be, what it could have been, what it should have been. It is what it is. And we have to deal with reality. Okay? Whatever you want, you can have it. You don't have to look at the broad picture of what's going on in the world. Worry about yourself. Concentrate on yourself. Concentrate what it is that you want out of life and concentrate on that. You see, I think it's fruitless to sit around and talk about the ills of society and why things are the way they are, and if you are not in the position to change it, make sure that you change yourself and the way that you think about it so it doesn't affect your reality. You understand? No matter what's going on in the world, you can have a happy life, but you have to believe it. You have to love yourself. And whatever happens, make sure you're good. Okay? And protect your family and your children. And if you are fortunate enough to have a good man, he's a good father and a good partner to you, that's beautiful, because they are out there. You see, they may not be plentiful, but they are out there. And I believe that you can have your desires if you just follow that spiritual path and believe. Okay? All right. Now we have another letter here, and let's dive into this one. We're still talking about what's up with the men. Okay. And this letter is from a man. He said, I need your advice. I'm in therapy trying to get answers. The confusion on my sexual orientation. I became a down low man, and I don't want to be. I understand what the spirit can do to my life. I struggled with it a lot. Do you think it's possible to be straight again? Or is this something I have to deal with for the rest of my life? Okay, number one, you weren't born on the DL. Okay, you weren't born that way. You were born straight. Now, DL is a choice. And for those of you who don't know what DL is, since I'm reading this letter, a down low man, and this letter is from a young man, is a closeted gay man. We say he's performing gay activities. Okay. All right. Now, I do say the down low men are gay, but well, they're doing, they do what gay people do, but they're not born gay. Okay, this is the difference between the down low man. Okay, he was introduced to this lifestyle somewhere along the way, and he found that apparently he found this an easy and enjoyable way to have sex. Okay, I'm gonna say it that way, only because I did get a letter from another man who was on the down low, and he said that this is the way that he got into it. He just found it to be easy, because to have sex with the women, you have to go. You understand? You have to be committed. You don't just go have sex anymore. We're preaching against that. Okay, so he was saying that it's easier to do the down low, and plus, he just got used to it. But he wanted to be with women. He wanted to enjoy women and how to get out of it. And it seems that you have the same thing in mind. You say here, I struggle with it a lot. Do you think it's possible for me to be straight again? Yeah. Just like this was a choice, being a DL. I just want you to understand, it's a choice. Okay? I want to change. My heart desires a woman and kids, but at the same time, always in worried state of mind and the lack of confidence to be that man. Okay. All right. Like I said, you weren't born that way. Being on the down low was a choice. Somewhere along the line, it was introduced to you. It was easy. You probably found it fun. You see? And exciting. Or whatever. But now you feel like you don't want to do it anymore. I have a big heart for women and always will. Is this something I can get rid of? Do you think I should tell the women I want to date? Okay, let's see if we can get a handle on this. Okay. No. Don't tell any woman that you plan to date that you're on the down low. As a matter of fact, what you're going to do is work on breaking that curse. Okay, that's what you're going to do. You're going to start your spiritual awakening to break this curse. Okay, you're going to sit with yourself quietly. First you're going to ask the divine to heal you, to heal this urge, to take it away. You don't want to do this anymore. You got to say this to yourself. You understand? You got to say it to yourself, whether mentally or speak it and mean it. You can't half-heart it, because you can't fool the universe. If you really want to be released from this, you can. You can be released like that instantaneously. Okay. You go into yourself and you say, you want to be released from this. And then you start with your affirmations every day, because you got to build up your confidence and your self-esteem and the love for yourself again. Okay, through your homosexual activities, you picked up a lot of energies from everybody you've been with. Everybody you've been with, you got a tie with them. And now, that's why you got to go into your spiritual awakening. You got to get rid of that. You see? And through your healing, you will break those bonds. And those bonds And those ties are really what draw you back into it. It draws you back into the activity because you're bonded to the people that you're having these relationships with. You understand? You need to go into your spiritual healing. Start your meditation every day. Your meditation is when you listen. That's all you're doing. It's just sitting quietly for 15 to 30 minutes every day and just listen to what the divine is telling you and leading you in a direction, leading you on your spiritual path to healing. And who knows, the spirit may lead you to your perfect mate. But you got to heal first. You have to get on your spiritual path to heal. That's the only way you're going to get rid of this. Now, I'm going to tell you how good this works. When I was in college, I was a smoker. Oh my gosh. I enjoyed smoking so much. I smoked a pack and a half a day. And that I think was Pepsi. Cigarette and Pepsi. All day, every day. I loved it. I was totally addicted. And then after I had my children, I didn't like the fact that I was smoking around them and my fingers always smelled like cigarette smoke. It was everywhere. All of a sudden, I just couldn't stand it anymore. And I sat one day quietly and I said, I don't want to smoke anymore. This is it. I'm done. Please take this away from me. And do you know, when I woke up the next day, I never touched another cigarette from that day. And that's been over 30 years ago, 30, 40 years ago. That's right. That's right. Just like that. I mean, I was addicted to cigarettes. A pack and a half a day, I had to have it. Every day. That's right. And broke that habit just like that. And I mean, I had to have it from high school all through college. So, I told you that story because you can break this. You were not born gay. You weren't born with this. This was a choice that you made along the way. And you can make the choice to break it. You have the power within you. You have to go into yourself. You have to heal so that you can break the soul ties that you have formed doing this. Okay? All right, people. I hope that you understand this message, and I really hope that it helps. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, here is the link. Send your questions to Miss Faye's World at hotmail.com. That's Miss Faye's World at hotmail.com. And try to keep your letters to one page. Just summarize your situation and ask the question. And if you prefer that I answer your question through the email, just put it right at the top of the letter and I will comply. I hope that the message today was clear and I hope that it helped someone. The message today was, what's up with men? What's up with men? And men today do have their own issues. They really do, ladies. But we're here to help them to treat us the way that we are supposed to be treated. Okay, that's what we want to do. We want to help the men to understand us better. You see? And to help us to be more confident, to be happy, and to know our power. So I wish you all well. I thank you for supporting this channel. I thank you for your comments, your letters, and your donations. I wish you all the best, and I really hope to see you next time.